Okay. Here we are. We are live. This is the arena pre-show. We have McGuire, we have Nelson, we have Greamer. What's going on, everyone?
Hey, Josh, before we just let me know a couple minutes before we go live, and that way I can make sure that Greamer takes the medication for the rash. Greamer?
Yeah, it's actually.
And then you also wanted to remind me to do the wax follow-up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have
guys,
the gel too.
we're actually live right now.
Let us know before you're... Say again?
We're live. There's hundreds of people listening right now, so...
Okay.
Oh, Greamer.
That's
I
a
apologize.
little awkward.
No worries.
Guys, I meant when I was talking about rash, I was talking about the framework. And Greamer...
New framework you're working on, right?
I'm a contributor, just financial though, not technical.
Okay. So we're live right now. I got it.
We are
Yes,
live. Yeah. All right, guys. If you're in the chat, say hello. First off, I just want to say thank you so much to all our sponsors. We have our match sponsor, Ophelia. Nelson, do you want to say something about that?
Yeah, hiophelia.com, a place where a bunch of great Webflow vetted experts that you've seen around the community have gathered together to help answer your Webflow questions. So if you're a beginner or intermediate jumping into Webflow, this is a great time to do it. And, you know, we all get into these roadblocks where we're like, how do you do that one thing? And I try to do it on my own. I follow tutorials. I look for forum posts. Well, these Webflow experts are here to help you within an hour. So that's the goal, to get a first response within an hour. And these people are all over the globe. And probably some of them are in the live chat right now. So yeah, if you need help with your projects, just go to hiophelia.com.
Okay, link is in the description. What a pitch. You got that down. That's awesome.
Oh,
I also want to say thank you to Webflow. They are our tournament sponsor. Also, huge shout out to Friends Agency, who helped put together the promotions and some of the videos and all that. So thank you so much. And that's it. That's all I got. So thank you to all these sponsors who've made this possible. And one extra little thing that I want to share. You guys hear that? Oh my goodness. Well, up next, we have the next event for the arena, or from the Digital Third, and it is a Squid Games version of Design. So what does that even look like? We got 100 players, 6 games, 1 survivor. If you guys are interested, there's a link in the description. Sign up. First 100 people advances to participate. So that's going to be fun times. Okay, now with that all the way out of the way, we can just hang out and chill for the remaining time.
Nelson,
Awesome.
you mentioned hiophelia.com. Greamer and I are both avid fans of I believe maybe a competitive product, which is hiophelia.com. Greamer, do you want to tell Nelson about that real quick?
Yeah, I've been a subscriber for probably 28 years right now.
Me too.
Yeah, I just love it. So I'm very excited to see how it evolves, you know, on the competitive side with you, Nelson. But I think I'm gonna switch over to your Ophelia. Nelson.
Yeah, Greamer and I we've committed for 2025 to live a drug-free life, so we will no longer be using hiophelia. We'll just be using hiophelia.com.
It's a much better life.
It's significantly that's the way to go.
That is so funny.
Nelson, anything? You have nothing to say, or no?
I'm just confused. I mean, this has nothing to do with drugs. This is all
No,
about...
yours is great. It's about helping people. Greamer and I for 28 years have been subscribed to hiophelia.com. It's spelled HIGH, and it's a totally different. We think it's a competitive product.
Totally different.
But we're switching over to you because we're supporting Ophelia. We really believe that that's an extraordinary community and an extraordinary way to get not only help with Webflow, but to get unblocked for critical work. I think that's fantastic.
All right. Well, I don't know how to segue into the match, but it is time. So you guys ready to kick off the match?
Yes, let's do
All right,
this.
let's go. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the arena where teams design, build, and publish in just 30 minutes. I'm your host, Josh Lowe, and I am so excited to bring on the biggest legends in the game. Together, these three have probably taught Webflow to more people than anyone on the planet. And it's safe to say that if you've used Webflow, they've had a hand in your journey. So show them some love in the chat and comments and say a thank you. First off, I want to introduce my first co-host. He's been working on a top secret startup with a mission to make learning engaging and fun. His YouTube videos have saved countless designers, and his knowledge runs deeper than the lore of Star Trek itself. Let's give it up for the one and only Maguire Brandon.
Wow, thanks, Josh. That was probably the best introduction I've gotten today. I'm very excited to be here.
All right, super honored to have you. And also next up, we have the force-wielding legend, the Icelandic Rubik's Cube champion, the washboard abs himself. Today, he's fully unleashed for the arena, and he's not afraid to get canceled. Let's give a big warm welcome to European Greamer Grimson.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I definitely brought the European Dreamer in here today.
I guess you got a fresh wax there.
Joe,
Yeah, what happened?
What happened
on
photo. It's actually way worse than that at the moment. So maybe
Yeah, this is pre-infection European Greamer,
Yeah.
so we do need to update that photo.
Yeah. But honestly, happy to be here. Very excited to see what the teams bring out today. Super pumped about
Awesome,
it.
amazing. Okay, and last but definitely not least, I'm thrilled to welcome my partner in crime and co-host in the arena, the founder of today's match sponsor, Ophelia. Since the beginning, he's been helping others get unstuck with his legendary tutorial videos and with his unstoppable passion and dedication in leading the community to make the web beautiful together. Let's show some love for Nelson Abelos Jr. What is going on? Nelson, can you believe that we've gone through 7 matches today and it is the grand finals in the arena tournament?
It's been a journey. I mean, it's just watching all of these challengers come up and just perform at the highest level that I've ever seen in like the past 4 years of these challenges. It's just amazing. And also, like, shout out to you for evolving the speed build challenge to what it is with teams now and showing what you can do with Figma into Webflow. Amazing. And I can't give enough props to you because you're handling it so well, and I can't wait to see what happens with the grand finals today and also the Squid Game. What is it? The design game? Oh,
Design game. It's coming.
That
It's
is
coming.
awesome.
Yeah, got a lot of ideas. Well, okay, the winning team today takes home $5,000. Second place brings home $3,000. So they don't go home empty-handed. It's a big day. So without further ado, let's welcome the teams. We have Justin, Luka, Sara, and Marko. How you guys doing? You guys feeling all right?
Excited. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. Took a little break, a few weeks. Webflow Conf is over. The hype is fizzled down a little bit, but we're here to bring it back up. So, okay, I got a question for Justin and Luka. So, you guys, I see you guys as like the underdog team. You're the giant slayer. You won match 5 against Joseph Berry and Melissa Mendez by a single point, and here you are in the finals. So, based on your last 2 matches, what have you learned in working together as a team that you'll do better going through into this match?
I'll let Justin handle that.
Yeah, just preparation and letting Luka do his thing and me just trying to keep up.
Okay,
I
awesome.
don't know, there's no real advice here or no lessons learned.
Maguire, Greamer, I'll pass it over to you. Do you have any questions for Team Flow Ninja?
Yeah, mine specifically for Luka, and it's this question, which I'm going to be asking now. How many milligrams of caffeine are you on?
Probably like 500-600.
And do
In
you
the span
believe
of 2 hours?
follow-up question, which I'll also be asking now. Do you believe that gives you a competitive advantage over those who may have, a small fraction of that caffeine in their bodies right now?
I think there's like a grace period, like range between there where like you can take the perfect amount and then you exceed that, and then like it's so difficult to use a mouse. You'll probably see it coming into the match, but you start clicking on frames, everything like that. So, I mean, stimulants, yeah, sure.
You can see jittering on the mouses there.
Yeah, stimulants. Yeah, sure. Is actually Greamer's tagline.
Yes, the European side of me, but I can't wait to see that reach the peak, Luka. I'm excited. I'm here for it.
Nelson, so you chatted with Sara and Marko at Webflow Comp. Did you pull any strategies or do you have any questions for them as you guys were talking over there and prepping for this match?
I mean, I was just asking them like how excited they were to get into the grand finals, but like as the day got later, I really didn't know where I was because they just kept handing me drinks after drink after drink after.
Ninja cocktails.
Ninja cocktails, okay.
Yeah.
They were trying to influence me for some reason, but I kept telling them I don't vote. I have no voting power in this challenge. But thanks.
I was in that party too, but I didn't get any drinks, so I'm, I have to...
You didn't get the memo. But if the judges hear this, maybe they can get to the next party, and things can happen. Drinks can be a given.
I'm learning. I'm picking up. Okay, I got it.
Nice. Okay, guys, we've hit the 100 concurrent view marker. This is awesome. Hype is building. McGuire, if you're viewing the chat here on YouTube, do you mind welcoming some of the people here? Who do you have?
I'm looking at the chat. I don't know how to pronounce most of the names, so I'm just going to say the ones that I do know how to pronounce. Greamer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I got. But everyone that's in the chat, the fact that you're taking time out of your day, maybe you should be working right now, but you've decided to pause that very important work to watch this live. So the fact that you're chatting, I'm not really reading the stuff you're saying, but the fact that you're doing it, I really respect it. So thank you all so much for typing, what's mainly a sea of emoji into the chat.
Mm-hmm. A lot of hearts.
This is great.
Blue, red hearts. Yeah,
I love where it's like a red heart and then a blue heart. That's pretty cool.
Got reds and blues. We got some South Africa flags. Awesome. Well, thank you for watching. All right, guys, are you ready to jump into the arena?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Welcome to the arena, the ultimate test of speed, skill, and strategy. Each match features 2 teams entering the arena for an intense 2 versus 2 design battle. Each team has a designer working in Figma and a developer in Webflow. Teams are presented with a match theme consisting of a subject, style, and scope. Players are provided with a mood board and carefully curated design assets to aid them in their design. It's a race against the clock as teams have 30 minutes to design and build a section of a website. Once the time is up, each team will present their designs for our judges and a YouTube live audience to vote for the winner. Victory is granted to the team that earns the majority of 3 votes. That's 2 votes from our expert judges and 1 from you, the live audience. Who will rise as design legends? You hold the power to decide. Welcome to the arena. All right, here we are in the arena, and today's theme is called Low Tech Labs. All right, so the style is retro futurism, and let's just dive into the mood board over here. So as you can see, we got some really interesting, cool designs of like wire work, kind of futuristic vibes, but then you go over here, and you got some like retro vintage, technologies. Some are made up, some are existing. This is just gonna inspire the type of style. So lot of different ways that you can go about it. We have Work Louder keyboards here. So shout out to Work Louder. They have offered to provide their assets here. So if you guys haven't checked out this mechanical keyboard, it's blown up. Really, really awesome. Particularly the micro creator here where you can customize it. So that's going to be really, really fun. Next, let's go to the images. Shout out to Lumi, one of our sponsors, AI generated stock images where, again, you see all this like retro futuristic vibes, really cool posters here. We also have some assets here with the background knocked out. So that's pretty fantastic. And then we're going to go over here. We have some spline assets. really fun there. We have the Figma collab, and then we have a fan favorite. This is by Diego, a Webflow collab for the micro creators. So that's gonna be really fun to play with. And then for miscellaneous, we have a lot of these like contours, wireworks, grids here. So really fun. These are all vectors that you can play around with. And that's that for the assets. So let's dive over to, let's switch over. Okay, so this is the wireframe. So it is the hero section. Shout out to Reloom. This is also one of our sponsors. So as you move around, they have some mouse interaction here. Move forward with the pass. At Low Tech Labs, we blend nostalgia with innovation. So explore our unique tech products. This is very open-ended, so the teams can really do anything with it with the hero section. I think it's intentional. This is the final match, so we just want to make sure that they have great designs. So that wraps up the theme for this match. All right, Justin, Luka, Marko, Sara, how are you feeling with this theme here?
Yeah, feeling great. I love work louder keyboards. I hope they're in chat. I'll say it again. I love work louder keyboards.
What's that?
Yeah, the team's great. There's a lot to work with here, and I think just in general the sort of retro futuristic style kind of leads into a really kind of vast creative space. So excited to hop in there, see what we can do there.
Yeah, we are definitely getting one of the work louder keyboards if we win this. So work louder team, take it as you will.
Nice. Mike, you're watching in the chat, or you're watching live from Work Louder. So hey man, if you feel like donating a few keyboards to the players, I mean just hit me up. That'd be awesome. Okay, fantastic guys. I just want to let you know the judges for this match is Johnny Gomez from Webflow and Sergey Stanchev. I can't even get the name right. From FinSuite. So they're going to be casting the vote, and then we also have the community vote in the YouTube live chat. So one final thing, guys, check out the files. You can try them out yourself. You can download it. Go to figma.com/@thearena, and you can have fun with your friends as well. Okay. Any other questions before we dive in and start?
I know, Greamer, you were texting me that question. Do you want to ask that publicly?
Yeah, I just DM'd it to you on the chat, the DM chat. So,
okay, we'll follow up in chat.
Yeah,
okay, great. I'm glad. By the way, I'm really glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, thank you.
Can't wait for this.
Okay, guys, ready to go? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good luck.
All right, teams, are you ready to design
and build?
Here we go. We're gonna kick it off in 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Right.
Straight up with the custom code, Marko, like he's done that for every round. Like I think that's GSAP that he just dumps right in there real quick. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
And it just occurred to me, the screens we're looking at, I thought we were seeing 4, like promotional videos, and it just hit me that they're each of the person's screens next to the name. I think this is
it's
really
a lot
cool.
happening.
Yes, this is the quad screen.
Okay.
Lots is going on. Let's dive into Justin here. I think he's what is this? He's gonna be injecting some custom code already. Okay. Fantastic.
What's a funny note is when we were working on the UI and brand redesign for Webflow last year, retrofuturism was really the high order bit. It was this blend of wanting something that was both familiar and also tactile in a world of everything temporarily going hyper flat in 2012, 2013, iOS 7 and things like that. So it was nice to get that more tactile interface. So it's great to see retrofuturism in a Webflow developed challenge. That's super cool. It's going to be a nice mix.
I'm super excited for this. I knew when we were selecting the matches, the themes, I definitely wanted to put this out there. One of the better matches. So
kind of like what's happening on Sara's screen. She's already has very welcoming retro image in there feels
Yeah,
like we're
very,
going into something
very immersive.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the old school Game Boy, Virtual Game Boy. Is that what it was called? Nintendo's
Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy
Yeah,
was
that's
great.
right.
I had so many headaches from Virtual Boy. I didn't have any brothers or sisters growing up, or friends, so it was great to have a place that I could immerse myself and have just days of nonstop entertainment during the summers in Orlando, Florida.
And it was all red, right? I think
was
it only
all
had one
red.
color.
It was a single color. They chose the color that specifically not only seared the retinas, but caused the most swelling of the brain.
Made it as addictive as they could.
It was so addictive.
It feels like Luka's screen is on like fast forward to like.
Yeah, I
1.5.
feel the same thing. It's like we're watching 2.5x or 3x.
Yeah. Is that just me or?
No, it's you and me. I think it's probably just
this
your
is a
feed and my
speed build.
Yeah, this is unreal.
It is insane. It is really crazy how much they can do in 30 minutes.
Wait, he has
Greener.
Webflow inside of Webflow right now?
What's going on?
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Greamer and McGuire, I shared the link to the Figma file. If you feel like hopping in and you can just zoom in deeper. We can
Zoom in
definitely.
No, I find this way of doing it far more chaotic and therefore in line with the way I like to view. This is it. I think one of the interesting things about this time limit is it forces creative decisions that would otherwise take a long time. You know how it is when you have like a committee of people and stakeholders and clients and everything like that. You just have to go back and forth. So what's great about this accelerated velocity is we're seeing people making split-second decisions that may or may not work, and that's the challenge with this. There's a lot of things I'm already seeing that are very ambitious.
Wow.
Yeah,
And that's
great.
the thing. I love it because it reveals the natural talents and the skills that come out of you, right? You don't have time to think. It's a gut instinct. And so if you are a seasoned designer, all those skill sets are just gonna show up right away. So sometimes overthinking, it just gets rid of overthinking, and you just get
it forces decision.
Yeah.
I saw in the chat, Francesco Domingo said Luka can conquer the Romans in 30 minutes. And my follow-up question is, do you mean the Romans 2000 or 15, 16, 1700 years ago, or the Romans today? Because if your question is, can he conquer the Romans today? That's not
as
nearly as difficult. Yeah, not as impressive.
I mean, he's running on a lot of caffeine, so I think he can do it.
Honestly, I saw that one film where there were 300 guys with like ripped abs. I forget the name of the film, but there was like 300 of them.
I almost was cast. This is a side story. I know this.
Wait, tell the
No, so I made it all the way up to 1,500 guys, but I was dropped in the 1,100.
I thought what was the weirdest part of the story for me was that they didn't cast you because you had too defined of the abdominal region.
Yeah,
that was wild.
It was wild. Since then, I've just kind of given up, but I heard there's another movie coming up, so I think I'm going to get back to it.
What's the name of that movie?
It's called 200. I think 100 of them died in the first one. Because I think the music is really coming in top now.
Music is quite loud.
Oh, is it loud?
A little bit.
Okay. All right.
Again, I have sensitive ears, but
bringing it down.
If you also move the microphone closer to your mouth hole, I think it's going to be a little bit
better. No, it's the headphones. Okay, let's focus on the designs here.
So I'm taking a look here at Luka's design. He seems to be storyboarding here. So I really like this, like just high level grayscale wireframes, and obviously taking inspiration from the original wireframe. But you can see here, it's like they're loading, initializing. Really cool. Okay.
Oh, nice.
So that's really cool. And then going over
I like that the type has an early digital vibe, and we're seeing a very it goes back to what you would expect from almost 70s typefaces, and it's spectacular.
What is this font here?
Yeah, how did they just find that font like real quick, or how do they like just come up with that?
They prep it ahead of time.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. That I would say that takes like the most time to.
Yeah, I've
to
searched for
browse
fonts
through.
for like years, and I'm still searching. So I don't
Yes.
know, like hard.
Yeah,
we got
Grimmer,
some
your font search,
animations.
your
My
font
font
search would be aided by not limiting yourself to Office 97.
I
But I
know.
know you insist on doing all collaboration using floppies.
Kind of my style.
It's very retro future. Well, retro.
Retro, yeah.
Amazing. All right, guys in the chat watching, let us know who you think you're cheering for. Who you think is gonna win this match? Let's hear it.
The
Hey,
speed
Josh.
at-
Well, oh, go ahead.
the speed at which Marko is going is nuts. Within the first 30 seconds, we saw Marko add custom code and then add a preloader.
Oh,
And now I feel like he already has, I don't know if that's a scrolling
Look at
animation
that.
or whatnot, but
That is so
my mind is being blown right now seeing animations. If this is the level this year, imagine next year with GSAP IX3.
yes. Let's
you
talk
know,
about that.
Yeah.
I want to hear some requests from the chat here. Well, like what do you want to see from the new iX3? McGuire, I'm keen to hear your thoughts. I'm sure you've been thinking about it. You know, like as you're with the team for many years. What was the conversations going around like the next iteration of interactions for Webflow?
I can tell you this is something that's been in the works for the longest time. I think interactions is one of the early things, and Webflow made a name for itself early on with interactions. And I think GSAP, even before the acquisition was announced, GSAP has established itself as the go-to animation library for the web, period. Like it is the de facto standard right now. If you go to awards.com and you see sites of the day, you see a lot of these incredibly well executed site builds. GSAP is the gold standard. So it obviously makes sense that Webflow, which established itself originally as the standard way to do visual development for animations and interactions, it makes so much sense for the two of them to partner up. As for what the future holds, this has been something that I know has been all the way back to during the design and development of the UI that you see right now, a major consideration in terms of how folks are going to be able to create and not only author, but preview animations within the context of the Webflow designer. So it's going to be really interesting. And I know that team, I know the GSAP team, it's not just the core technology that's impressive and a wonderful part of that acquisition, but the GSAP team themselves are some of the most incredible people. Cassie Evans in particular is one of the most, brilliant folks in terms of web development, in terms of technical foundations for animations out there. So I'm extremely confident not only in the Webflow team, but I'm confident in the GSAP team that's coming over. That's what I'm really excited about.
That's amazing. Now, let's talk about Nelson. I mean, you were alluding to possibly an updated timeline. How do you, if they have like a horizontal timeline or whatever, new advanced features, how is that going to change the existing experience with Webflow animations?
I mean, I know nothing of what they're doing.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm just
Disclaimer.
giving hopes and dreams. All right, this is my hopes and dreams. Like, keep the scrolling animations vertical, because that's how web pages are. But I would love, and I've heard this from other community members too, for the timed animations, let's make it horizontal, like After Effects and iMovie and all the other design
And
tools.
Flash.
And Flash, yeah. How it was all time based, and we're going left to right because time is linear. Well, in our 4D world. So yeah, let's make it horizontal. Yeah, that's what I hope for.
All right.
God, look at those stacked spheres on stacked spheres on Luka's screen. That's stunning.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I noticed that he was masking something as well, so we're gonna see something cool going through.
No, I think that's just facial hair, Greamer. I don't think he's wearing that. I think it's just a mustache.
Yes, he has good facial hair, yeah.
Yeah.
I love what Marko's doing. He's pulling in the designs from previous matches, which I love that. Like, he's just bringing it all together. It's a full circle moment here. And there you go. So he's playing with the timeline.
Ooh, spline animations.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, there it is.
Here we go.
Come on.
So what's interesting here is the choice, and you could definitely see the difference here. The choice to be purist in terms of retrofuturism versus featuring images, or in one case, spline animations that are grounded in retrofuture products. So it's interesting to see the design choices that surround the assets that surround the core content being retrofuture versus the assets themselves being retrofuture. So it's gonna be interesting to see what that blend looks like, because there's definitely some modern elements here, and then some things that harken back to what you'd expect retrofuturism to be.
All right. Well, with less than 3 minutes left in the first half, they're doing a great job.
This is so impressive.
Question to you and the chat. What makes good retrofuturistic vibes? Like, is it just the references to old technology? Is it, what is it about that?
I'll jump in and say that retrofuture to me is pretty straightforward. And it's the idea that you start with what history, if you were to rewind 30, 40, 50 years in some cases, what history saw the future as. And I think that there's that blend. When we talk about retro, we're talking about something that's older, that's more analog, but it's almost grounded in that with what they thought the future was going to look like. And there's something wonderfully optimistic about that in a lot of cases. So you have very, very common themes like Tron, Blade Runner, these almost early analog-like examples of digital. And then you have things like Star Trek, where there's this utopian, optimistic view of what the future can be, where it's we've solved disease and poverty, and it's a post-capitalist culture. There's like a lot of these, really optimistic vibes. And so the design language around that, the ship design, things like that, is what the past thought the future was going to look like. And I think that when we see a lot of these things, it's, almost screaming for this post-2013 era of everything being flat. Retrofuturism is screaming for, let's keep things tactile, let's keep things real, let's keep things grounded in what history thought the future was going to be, not this ultra flat, hyper modern, soulless design that we've seen from some folks, which I think is evolving back to include a little more tactile.
Very true. Even I think one of the new Marvel movies, or Fantastic Four, one of their themes is like the retrofuturistic vibes, and it's like their take on
I haven't
what.
seen.
I think that was kind of the backdrop. So that would be really exciting to see.
Oh, great.
Marvel, what do you think about Marvel? Are they making a comeback? Are you guys done? It's like, it's been over 10 years. Let's just move on. Let's grow up. Or Nelson, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I mean, I'm wearing Deadpool and Wolverine, but I think Ryan Reynolds in the movie said it right. We're done with the multiverse. It was just miss after miss after miss. Let's take the L and move on. I think that's the quote. But don't want to shy away from halftime. We got 8 seconds left.
Oh, wow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Hands off keyboards and mouses. We are back. This is a little break. The last 5-minute break in this tournament. Justin, Luka, how you guys doing?
That was a lie. Sorry, Luka, to interrupt you. That was a lie. That was not 15 minutes. It was about 4.5. We just started. I don't know.
You're just getting started. All right. Sara, Marko, how you feeling?
This was intense. I had a problem with my Figma, so I lost a couple of seconds, but yeah, it was okay.
All right.
It's not that we're trying to get you guys to cut us some slack, but it's always some problem when we start working here. Like within these 15 minutes, I guess all Webflow bugs start appearing, or unexpected.
You're just doing it too fast.
I can click into
that's
Figma. Oh yeah, we're hitting the rate limit.
Yeah,
that's absolutely the case. Greamer has had that too during his participation in speed build competitions. Greamer, you had a problem with your Figma as well. How did you solve that?
Yeah, I couldn't open it. It was just, I think it was minimized. I think that was the problem. I didn't find it.
That same thing happens all the time to me.
Greamer, do you have any questions for the teams here?
A lot of questions, but mostly directed to Luka again. At what point in the next 15 minutes or the next 18 minutes are you going to take that extra sip where you're going to peak caffeine?
Did you say step or sip?
Sips, or no sips, like more caffeine. At what point are you?
So in the last 15 minutes, I didn't take a sip. I took a sip now, but
I noticed I was staring at you the whole time.
So in the last 2 matches, obviously the first match you're nervous, second you're used to it a little bit more, and the third it's just like clockwork. So I'm not stressed, but like my hands are sweaty and my feet are sweaty because of this. I was telling Justin, I was like, I'm getting heart palpitations. Like, it was a bad idea.
That's mainly the caffeine, but also the countdown. I got a question for Sara and Marko. Just watching each of you working at what felt like warp speed, it honestly felt like 2 minutes went by. I'm curious what the two of you ended this with. Did you get everything done that you wanted to get done in that 15 minutes, or could you have used another 15?
You can always use another 15, I think. But so far from all the matches, I think in this one we made the biggest progress in the first 15 minutes. So hopefully everything goes well.
It's great. It was super impressive. Everything so far was extremely impressive.
I'm super excited to start seeing you hitting that preview button and seeing things move. So it's gonna get wild.
Hey, speaking of getting wild, Josh, what is this music? And then also
getting wild.
Maybe turn it down a little bit because I can't hear much of anything.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll turn that down. Is that better?
That's better. Yes.
That's so good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Nelson. Oh, by the way, most of the music's from Epidemic Sound, so spent a lot of time curating that playlist. Nelson, do you have any questions?
Well, I don't have any questions. I just have this observation, like McGuire said earlier. It's like one is focusing straight on the products being the retro futurism, and the other one is having the design itself be retro futurism. So I'm really interested to see what the animations come out to when we start the second half. And like we already saw some wow factor from Flow Ninja, but like the masking with Team Defijn and how that glow effect is happening, I'm really interested how that's going to play out. So no questions, just really, really interested to see what's going to happen in the next half.
By the way, seeing Sara and Marko just look at each other with that look of like, oh, it's exciting, but this could go sideways was probably my favorite moment since this live stream started. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. All right. So last 35 seconds of the break. Josh, do you want to just give them this extra time?
Yeah, let's do it, guys. And what we'll do is we'll just admire Creamer's body for a little bit for just the remaining 20 seconds. And
is that going to be a soundbite?
This is the same photo from earlier, and I can tell you so much. It's gotten way worse since we started this. Like I think I might have taken the day off after this.
Yeah, it's patchy, and also, Kramer, you're gonna have to remember to take the other pills as well. Just you don't want to mess with that.
No, I'll do that.
All right, we're kicking it off.
I see
the second half here. Here we go.
I got it. Oh, Kramer, that's disgusting.
I know, it's terrible.
Okay.
All right, they're already in
go.
Dude, those buttons, like I really want to press the buttons on those keyboards right now. It is what I'm looking at is Justin's screen.
Isn't that the thing though about I still believe there's something about hyper tactile interfaces that is just so attractive. It's like the buttons, they beg to be pressed. They want to be pressed. They live to be pressed. And when I see an interface that's not an analog interface, that's not touch it, flip a switch, whatever that thing is, it doesn't feel the same. It just doesn't feel the same.
If they would release a phone with buttons, would you go for it?
I've thought about that a lot after Macworld 2007, and I don't think the answer would be yes, because every piece of software wants a slightly different user interface. There's a different way to. So my solve for that would be, I wouldn't carry one phone. I would carry hundreds for each app that I use with an interface in plastic that is specifically made for that application and that version of that application.
I like that idea.
I actually think that's a good startup
great.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it happen. One app, one phone.
I don't know if you guys saw, but Justin, if you zoom in here, these buttons are clickable, which is insane. So I don't know if this is like a spline file and then he's making interact. It has to be, right?
If that's the case, I'm gonna lose my mind. I thought I saw that a second ago. If that's the case, I'm
they
gonna
move
lose it.
for sure.
That's insane.
Yeah, like we're all silent, like we're
Yeah,
waiting
I'm
to see what
like,
happens.
Now my palms are getting sweaty.
in.
This
Clickety
is
clack.
it.
Oh,
You know,
man.
it's amazing that we have caused Luka to physically sweat as he's just sitting down. You know, this is truly, I think, if you're breaking a sweat, it's a sport. So officially, you know, the arena is an esport. It is.
I totally agree with you,
Yeah.
Josh. I could have said it better myself. I might have added the fact that he's on quite a large and not recommended by most cardiovascular
Absolutely not,
specialists amount of caffeine. But honestly, here's the question: is that much caffeine? Does that actually, Josh? I'm going to ask you this question: do you guys do controlled substance testing for participation in this competition?
It's early days, but we're working on it. Maybe
So we're
the
gonna
next
have
one.
to. He could have 700 milligrams of caffeine, and there'd be no way we'd know. So he may have an edge.
Yeah. It's evolving.
It's evolving. That's right. I mean, we gotta see if the community is okay with that. Well, we're just gonna leave it as it is.
At a certain point, you get so much caffeine that it ends up being a detriment because the hands, you can't operate the what's it called, computer.
He's gonna let's see how steady his cursor is. All right, if he's just shaking a lot. Earthquake in Cape
Hard
Town.
to tell.
It honestly goes so fast. I can't keep up.
Isn't that insane?
Oh no! Justin had to refresh the browser.
Oh.
Lost 3 or 4 precious seconds of loading there. Every second matters. Every second counts. Sorry. Have you guys been following the bear?
11 minutes, 22 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It is tight.
It's very tight. I've been looking at Sarah's screen for a little bit, and
Yeah, it was
she's
fast.
Done. She's done. It's like, is it that fast that I can't see it, or what's?
But her eyes, she's busy moving. She's doing
She's
something
doing a
off
lot,
screen.
but I can't see it.
Is her screen frozen?
Well, no.
From
So
our
this
side?
is the thing though.
She has a.
I mean, with the handoff, and this is kind of what happened between Joseph Berry and Melissa Mendez. In the second half, the design's mostly done, and then Melissa kind
I
of
don't
steps
know.
back.
If you look at the reflection in her eyeballs very closely,
Yeah.
if you look at the reflection in the
can't zoom
eyeballs,
in.
I believe there's still something changing on the computer screen.
There's a lot going
It
on.
might be that the screen share isn't current. See, I'm seeing if everyone would just take a close look at her eyeballs, you can see the window is changing both in size and color. So I do
that is
believe
true. That is
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
It looks like. Yeah, she just.
Also, if
changed
you
it
look at the
to a
reflection on her AirPods Pros as well, you can catch a little bit of what's on her screen.
Yeah,
She's
I can
also
see
way
the mouse
too
cursor.
focused for it just to be that. That's.
Yeah.
Well-
How do you know? Like, here's my question: is
There you go.
how
That's
do
what
you
she's
know
up to.
she's not?
There we go.
Is this current?
This is just me following her in Figma.
Got it.
And
Oh,
it
brilliant.
Must be an issue
Josh,
with
the amount of
screen
thinking
share.
on your feet that
Wow.
you do to solve what I thought was an unsolvable problem.
Yeah, there. I have
Problem
many
solver.
levers and buttons to pull and push.
Are they flat or are they nice and?
Yeah,
nice and analog?
they're tactile.
Yeah.
Broadcaster Pro 2. Very
Man,
good.
Look at this. Very different directions.
Wow.
Totally different directions. Whoa! Look on the left.
Oh.
Talk about tactile. Oh, look at the gradient.
he's gonna
Gives
get
that
those in
shadow
there.
effect. Is
Come
stunning.
on.
Come on.
Oh, come on. That is beautiful.
Put it
Okay.
in.
Oh,
For
auto
me,
layout.
put it in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look,
look
at
at
that. I love
that.
the logos. Come on now.
The whole crowd just went, yeah.
All right, everyone.
Digital tactile.
Can people in the chat watching here take a screenshot and find Work Louder on Twitter and just ask them, make a request, make a demand to do a community collab keyboard. special version here, just for the arena.
Yes.
Josh, I have not opened Figma and I don't plan on it. Would you mind? I'd love to see what's on Sara's screen right now.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, cool. Look at that.
Oh, it's like a.
Look at it's like an outline of the. Man, that's stunning. Look at that.
Oh.
Oh, is that? Look at the texture.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Noise.
The grain.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the
Oh,
noise.
pixel perfect. Love
Did you
it.
say nice or noise? Or noise?
Noise.
Very good.
Very
noise.
noise, very
Very
noise.
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 Yeah, that's fantastic. And then looks like Justin is just fine tuning the animations. Oh, this is gonna be wild.
That is the thing
It's
I
gonna
think
be
right
cool.
now that I'm looking forward to the most, because
Yeah.
as the build is happening, there's a little bit of a mystery because they know what's going on and we're watching, trying to make guesses and connecting the dots.
I'm trying to
We
fill
have
in the
no
blanks.
idea. Yeah,
Mhm.
my thing is I don't want to set the hype way too high. I'm thinking, okay, it'll be a nice still image, but I don't know. I have a hint of what they're doing, and it's if that's the case, I think this is going to be wild.
I love this border that they have here. It's just really nice frame.
Oh,
It's
okay,
beautiful.
Macquarie. I think I'm getting the idea too here.
Yeah, I'm very curious. There's a different interpretation of retrofuturism here, right? There's like it's a very different thing. Very often retrofuturism is just going almost retro for interface itself. But in both of these cases, we're seeing interfaces that live within a modern aesthetic. So if you look
Right.
at even this
Right.
right here to the left, we're
Yeah.
seeing something that would physically not be possible on a screen. We're seeing what looks literally lifelike and photoreal, which itself is something that's not retro at
Right.
all, but it's a retro future product.
Mhm.
That's the OP1. That's the Teenage Engineering OP1. or
Yeah, I
OP1
think
field.
so. Mhm.
And so it's obviously a retro future product, but we're seeing a modern execution of it. And then we're seeing a retro look with the type. Now, if we look to our right, we have something that as you scroll through that interaction on the page is showcasing modern design, right? It's showcasing modern design, and the aesthetic is also modern. But we also have these elements like what we see with that the screen to the left, and then of course the interface to the right. That is much more retro future. So it's very interesting to see how each team is approaching adhering to the prompt or adhering to the theme.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
been the case for all the matches. There's like the same prompt, the same wireframe, everything is the same, and then it goes into such a different direction all the time. And I think that's very cool. I like it a lot.
See this right here. What are we looking at? Whose display are we
This
looking
is
at? Is this
Luka's.
Sara's display? Oh, this is
Yeah.
Luka's display. Okay, this is quite retro future. Like this
Right.
right here, the interface itself, everything feels like it lives within a retro future context.
Yeah, and I
I'm
like
also
it
a- I'm a s-
open-ended that way. I'll go ahead.
I do too, but I put my skeptical hat on, and I want it to fit within the context of retro future. I want it to fit within the theme.
Well, that is definitely one of the judging criterias is to adhere to the brief. So the judges, we have Johnny Gomez and Sergey Stanchev. They're going to be judging, casting their votes, and then also the third vote from the community.
Johnny Gomez is one of my favorite people. He's, in addition to being an exceptional
Wonderful.
leader in design, just an incredible human being, and just one of the warmest, sweetest people I've ever met.
Yes.
Not Swedish people,
It's
Swedish
not Swedish,
people.
no. Yeah.
No,
Swedish.
not Swedish. He's
Big heart.
spectacular.
That'd be Sara.
Yes, he's Swedish.
I have to
Well,
say
there's some questions, but
that
Yeah,
little
it's
promo
debatable.
video. By the way, the podcast, if it ever happens in real life, canceled.
Cancelled.
I would.
yeah, it is. No, so
completely
just to be totally
subscribe.
clear, it is 100%. That was a real podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast is canceled, but it
I
is a real
see.
podcast.
One episode.
It was just
Yeah, so
awesome
far.
to see the three of you together, and it was amazing. I can't believe you.
You should have seen
Did
the-
you put that together in one day or like a couple?
We
hours?
just
That's
hopped on a Zoom
amazing.
call. It took 20 minutes. We just hopped on a Zoom call.
Amazing.
Most of the stuff had to be cut out because it was graphic.
Yeah.
but it was really fun to get.
Somehow you got one photo of it, Josh, but the one you had. I don't know how that happened.
All right, well, we have 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. The music is getting a little intense now, so the teams are going to push it to the end. How's the music? Is it a little too loud still, or is it better?
No, it's good.
It's actually a little low. I think you can up it.
Okay.
10%
All
or
right,
so.
here we go.
There we go.
You're playing the role of DJ as well. You're doing a lot of roles, Josh.
Yeah, Josh. I don't know how
impressive.
you do all this at the
I don't
same
know how to do
time. It's wildly impressive.
It's
I
I
can
feel like
barely
you might
look
have
at
eight.
my
You
setup's
have like a
insane.
team of 8 producers and like 6 live editors behind you.
Wow.
That must be the case.
I pass out on the floor after each match. I don't know why I put myself through this every time. And this is
Gotta get
doing
some
a
of
great
Luka's
job,
caffeine
Josh.
injections.
Doing a great
So-
job.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
By the
getting
way-
intense. 3 minutes left.
Everyone in the live chat, there's 160 of you. Please click
go.
that subscribe
Party time.
button. Click the like button. This is Josh. Support him. He's pressing all the buttons. He's our DJ. He's our producer. He is the everything of the arena and the digital third. So, like, give him some love. Subscribe.
I don't
and
Thank
like,
you.
nor do I subscribe to anything, but I'm doing that right now. Done.
Well, I mean, real quick here, this event, this is an idea, and I'm just gonna ask if the people, if the community is
Let the
interested.
timer reset.
Yeah, the timer
what happened with the
reset.
timer?
Oh,
We have
oh
2
no!
minutes.
Oh
Here,
no!
I have a real timer. We have 2 minutes left.
I
Okay.
think one of the contestants got into the timer and changed it.
See, that's what
I
happens.
did sense a hack. You
Yeah.
could tell because the music sounded a little like what would happen in a CSI scene where there's a hacking going on.
Yeah, something
So
changed.
that's definitely the case.
Well, that's what happens. Anyways, if you guys are interested in the design game, it's just the next iteration of bringing play into the design world. I think if we can get to a mindset where we don't take ourselves too seriously and we're learning through play and fun, I think that's always a great state of mind to grow and to develop. So we're gonna have fun. Let's see if we can crash a Figma file and have 100 people on there and have elimination rounds. So it's an idea. So I'm gauging interest. If we get 100 people on, then we'll make it happen and we'll announce it. Could be as soon as a month from now or maybe later. But I am timing it because the second season of Squid Game, I believe, is coming out during Christmas time for the holidays. So it's gonna be good.
50
Love
seconds
it. Very
left.
exciting. 50 seconds.
50 seconds.
Also,
Okay.
I saw Luka. He took the
Figma.
he took the last sip, so it's happening.
Hmm.
How do we see it's
Less
50
than-
seconds left?
I
I
have
it says 13:37.
I've been using a timer as a backup.
All right. Thanks, Nelson.
Can you hold the
Yeah.
timer up so we can see it?
Yeah, we need to see it.
You keep
No,
talking
I-
about the timer.
We need
I
the
I'm not
tension.
convinced you have a
a
timer.
YouTube
Attention.
2-minute timer.
That's
We need the
unlikely.
tension.
25 seconds.
I'm gonna pull the timer off, and we're just gonna rely on the music to let us know when it's done.
15,
Sara's done. She's just googling.
10,
Gonna bring it home.
8, 7,
Come
6,
on.
Oh, I'm so
5,
nervous.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Done.
Okay. Oh, hang on. A few more seconds, guys.
Oh, you're
Just
gonna get
kidding.
okay
15 more
overtime.
minutes.
There you go. You gotta wait for the bell. You gotta wait for the bell.
As well.
Woo. Okay.
Woo!
Well done, everyone. Hands up. Hands up. It's over. 3 matches in, and it is finally over. How you guys doing? Justin, Luka, let's start with you guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down, middle. How you feeling with that? Oh, okay. All right. All right. You want to tell us what's going on?
Yeah, a few technical difficulties here with Spline, but playing ball.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see if anything works.
Okay.
It's a mystery.
All right.
Yeah, Spline was our nemesis as well, so definitely understand you on that one. And also some minor animations.
You guys are risking it. You're going hard with Spline. It is an advanced skill. Well, with that, let's jump into the presentations. We have 10 minutes remaining of the hour. So, Luka, you ready to share? Or Justin, who's going to be presenting here?
I can talk through the designs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset right now.
All right, take it away, Luka.
Cool. So, I mean, with the brief, I think this is definitely one of my, or bordering on my favorite sort of aesthetics, especially that retro futurism, because it's so broad. And you can really do quite a lot with it. So I think our initial, or the style I gravitate towards the most recently is that sort of very minimal, sort of terminal-esque, computer terminal-esque like look.
Yes.
So you see we brought it in with these, or we started it with this sort of like 8-bit font to give that initial aesthetic. If it was up to me, or if I really wanted to go the full length, I would have made, tiny 8-bit text everywhere, pretty much incomprehensible design. But for the sake of this, we went a little bit more hybrid. So I think it shows more on this sort of second page we did. But I think with the keyboards, and especially these work louder products, really want to showcase that. So there's sort of a juxtaposition between that really like 8-bit retro look and that sort of cinematic rendered look that you usually see with products like this, these innovative, really cool, appealing products. So yeah, I think we tried to create that balance, and bringing in with the intro on the main screen would be this keyboard with the sort of micro text around it to give that technical look, and then the real juxtaposition. And if our build works, you'll see that you sort of transition into this. You got that grayscale, very minimal, small text. Yeah, just creating that weird contrast. But also, these two things work. It's still in the technical space in terms of product and building, etc. So yeah, struggling to speak a bit, drank a bit too much caffeine, but I think, but yeah, it's definitely a style we gravitate towards too. And I'm just hoping the build works, because it doesn't sound like there was a few technical difficulties. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Love the design. Amazing. Okay, Justin, you think you can show us what you have here?
Which screen can you see my entire screen, right?
Yeah.
Is it only showing my Webflow right now?
Sorry?
Yeah, we can see Webflow.
Yeah.
Okay, let me can I share my entire browser then?
You can reshare and then
do that.
we'll do that. As you do that, Marko and Sara, you guys can prepare for yours. All right.
I think I'm sharing everything right now.
Yep,
cool.
we see it.
Yep.
So it seems like something's happening where like it doesn't want to fully load. Okay, there we go. Okay, this seems better. This seems better. Oh, it worked! Look, it worked! Oh shit!
Yo!
Spline was just hating me, and it didn't want to work, and then it worked.
Best reaction ever.
That's so much better. Cool. So let me just start that again, because I wasn't prepared for it to work. We have a bit of a loading screen here where things initiate. Some hypertext. Magical.
That text looks like it should be like 20 pixels smaller. A little bit too big for my taste. Something of me is like, I love micro text. It's like clients hate me, but yeah.
No, I think it's so much more cinematic when it's micro text. I think large text. I'm right there with you.
Cool. Little details here, like the live time in Tokyo, because Luka's going to Japan in December.
Hey, nice.
Cool. Let's hope this part works, because it wasn't working earlier. Shit, that didn't work. Hopefully we can make it work in a bit. Anyway, so the screen is obviously meant to zoom in, and as it zooms in, you are met with the little product screen. I was faffing around with everything else, trying to get it to work. It wasn't. So there's a few missing items here. It's okay though. I think brief was met with the hero, but I'll sneakily do the rest while floating into presents, and then we can pretend that I'm doing it from scratch.
Amazing.
Good deal.
All right.
Josh, is the judging from this moment, or would the judging be from
Correct.
the point where that something like that's fixed?
Once, yeah, from this moment, yeah. So one of the criteria is speed of completion. This one may not have fully completed points, but I mean, look, it's pretty good. And to be honest, the brief said the brief is asking for a hero section, and I know that other section is kind of like a product section, so it's bonus. They're being very ambitious here. So, okay, that's your presentation, Justin, Luka.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, if you can publish and send the link in the internal chat, and we'll get that to the people to dive into. Marko and Sara, are you ready to present?
Yes. One thing, Josh, could you please follow me in Figma, because I have some problems with sharing the screen.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I see you see my Google.
No problem. I got you. So following you in Figma.
No.
It's not following her yet.
Oh, sorry, hang on. Wrong person.
You can just manually follow.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Okay.
So my inspiration for this came from the mood boards and the retro futurism, which is all about imagining how people in the past would imagine the future. In this case, the future of site building. So that's why we wanted to tell a story on how people might have imagined today's websites coming to life. And here you can see glimpses of all the sites we've created throughout this speed build challenge, where all of them represent different ideas we've explored along the way. And the idea here is that with the right tools, all of these creative websites could be built in a couple of clicks. How is that possible? With Webflow. So that's basically what all of us in this speed build challenge aim to show. We wanted to show what's possible with Webflow, how you can create amazing designs quickly and efficiently. And that's why in the last section, the whole story comes to life, where we are showing that future we're talking about, where users can actually build a prototype themselves using the Work Louder keyboard that we got as an asset, and where we can show how easily websites can be built in just a few seconds or clicks, or as we showed in 30 minutes. So that is the story behind the design, and Marko will show you our final result.
Whew. I'm excited to see the real thing now. Okay.
Yeah, she hyped me up, so yeah, thank you. She really hyped up the project, so hopefully I'm gonna live up to the expectations. Overall, the first thing that you're gonna see here is, of course, a preloader, because what animation-heavy website will not have a preloader? And also in the preloader, you may see that this is a bit jittery, which is actually intentional and not by accident, so we tried to add that. I was going for a bit more of a jitter, but it didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, so we stuck with less jittering. Then we have a pretty similar effect as the Defijn theme, where we have the GSAP being used for the letters being shown. And then we use some sort of custom-made animations directly within Webflow to showcase that even the legacy interactions can still do a pretty good punch in terms of how they can animate stuff. And also we tried to use as many Webflow features as we could in pretty much a single section, where we have like the blending mode for the letters depending on the background of which is actually moving. So after that, as Sara said, this is basically only possible because we are using Webflow. And in the final section, where we are actually supposed to do some clicking and create some websites, we decided to use Spline and to trigger our website generation basically directly from this keyboard, which was provided to us. So the keyboard works great. As you can see, the sites are just being built out.
Cool.
That is insane.
So yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear the clicks, but every time I click it, you get a perfect mechanical sound. So yeah, that should be pretty much all from our end.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, Marko, can you share that link in the internal chat? We're gonna share all this to the audience, to the judges. We're going to open up the polls. This is it. We're going to find out who's going to take home the winning prize. So, Maguire, let's hear from you. This is amazing.
I had some thoughts about both the designs and the execution of both of the both projects, and it went back and forth several times. I thought one team was way ahead of the other team, but then when the other team presented, I realized, holy crap, it's also insanely incredible, and I'm in love with both of these designs and both of the executions. So it's so close. I cannot wait to see what happens. This is very exciting.
Amazing.
Similar for me, I'm still kind of
real
processing.
quick.
Like I was watching this whole thing, and now in the making, and I don't understand how it just like came to life. So it's just so impressive. Good work,
Marko. The link is not working for some reason. So.
Oh, yeah. Let me just switch it to. I think by default under our workspace it goes to like private staging. So give me just a sec to turn it off.
Got it. Okay.
Sara, I don't know if you know this, but there was a moment, where your screen share stopped working, and we were deeply curious about what was happening. So I think there were, 6,000? Yeah, 6,000 people. We're all looking in the reflections of your eyeballs to see what was going on your screen. And then sometimes you would move your eyes in kind of a weird way. So we had to rely on the reflection of your AirPods Pro. And then by looking at the reflection, Josh was able to project that, and we saw your Figma beautifully. It was really, really great.
Thank you. I realized it right now because I have a lot of messages on my phone that nobody can see my screen.
Yeah, they just weren't looking hard enough.
We saw your screen, but through the eyeballs.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And Nelson, what are your thoughts here?
I mean, I'm speechless. Again, 30 minutes is not a lot of time to design and build. It will stress even the best visual developers and designers out. But the fact that they can do it is just jaw-dropping, and the level at they do it, the level of how they do it is just amazing. So, I don't know who I want to win. Again, removing the drinks that Flow Ninja bribed me with, the masking effect, and you're hovering over each button. Come on, the shadows.
I couldn't get each button, so.
That is pretty crazy.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Justin, what's the update on the? I know it's not part of the judging, but what's the update on the scroll? I'm desperately curious to see it.
So I'm sort of trying to work and seem quite engaged, but doing both. So I'll let you know.
Yeah, I would strongly prefer that you are 0% engaged and 100% showing us this. I just can't wait to see it because it's if you nail that, oh my god, incredible.
All right.
The chat poll is so close right now. Oh my gosh.
I just hope we don't have multiple votes here, because that's kind of what happened last time. I don't know how to fix that, but anyways, this is wow.
Can I
this is
vote
really cool.
for myself?
Go for it. Absolutely.
You can vote for us.
Okay, so let's just go over the websites one more time. We have Team Defijn over here. Oh, this is so crazy.
Justin,
Thank
are
you
you
for
gonna...
joining us.
Oh, sorry.
Look at that. Wow.
Smooth.
So many red hearts, so many blue hearts in chat. Oh my gosh.
Okay. And then we're going to bring it over to Team Flow Ninja. Whoops. Let's refresh that.
You need to scroll back all the way if you are refreshing the page.
Got it.
So you scroll all the way to the top and then...
I was just gonna say, if maybe we need to explain the part of the design that's not working, if we can't show it.
Do it, sell it, keep
Marko,
selling.
I think I see
keep
your
selling.
dad in the chat. I think I see your dad in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, guys. What do you think, Nelson?
Watch out, my dad's here.
Should we close the polls?
Route.
Yep, we are at 225 votes.
Okay, let's do it.
197 people watching.
All right. Well, for those who are in the live chat, we have the results for the People's Choice, and that goes over to Flow Ninja. So well done. Congratulations for winning the hearts of the people. I do have the results from Sergey and Johnny. Let me take a look here. Just a little pause. Okay. I have it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? The winning team for the arena, 3 matches in. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Team Define.
Whoa! Shit! Whoa.
Wow.
It is 2 votes from both judges, and it was a close one. Very, very close. But congratulations, Justin, Luka. You take home the prize. Amazing. Sara, Marko, amazing as well. Everyone, I mean, the people love you. Let's hear it from you, Sara. And we'll go over to Marko.
I'm sad, but I have to congratulate to the team Define. I think you truly brought your A game, and good job, guys.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
Marko.
Definitely, it's been a battle, as you said, from David and Goliath. So, as the book says, the David won. Yeah, David. So, yeah, it holds true even to this day. Congrats to you guys. The site is looking really awesome. When I took a look into it on the halfway, I was a bit worried. Then I was a bit more confident, but in the end, it's been a fair battle. And yeah, congratulations.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Justin, Luka, winning speech.
Oh shit. Okay.
There you go.
That's the caffeine talking.
Well, Josh, I think we thank you, and yeah, it wouldn't have been possible without you. It's been amazing. Yeah, amazing experience. We sort of got hooked to the adrenaline of it. You know, every week there's
It's a good thing.
a new challenge, and let's like rush to get it done. And like last week when it wasn't there, we missed it. And yeah, so it's really pushed us quite a bit. Luke and I have found it even a little bit more now. But yeah, dude, it's been amazing. Luka, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, Marko, Sara, well done. I just want to mention that to the viewers that like you're fighting against so many different things. It's like against time designing. There's a possibility that something breaks in the build and like who you're competing with. So there's a lot of factors here that make it quite stressful. So congrats to everyone that competed. And yeah, I gotta say, this is going off the red, like a little bit off of the script, but since we're not going to be able to show it, our design was supposed to zoom into the little screen on the keyboard as the transition.
Still selling it. Right.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, but like if it doesn't get
Wait, it's still not working?
Yeah. And then we had little like thank you with the little sponsors at the bottom.
That's it.
Then why do we not show it?
It is in now. Like I got some of it done.
Sorry, it's just like
all good.
If we end the stream and like we don't get to explain this, then it's like it's gonna bother me. But yeah, thanks to everyone. It's super stressful to getting started the first match. Oh, Justin. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, super stressful experience in the start. I myself am not like in front of the camera type of person, but I think it definitely taught us a couple things, and yeah, it's just a great experience. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Josh.
Amazing.
The commentators have been great. Maguire came out hot with the jokes today. Funny guy. I like it.
I'm worried that the live viewership is dropping precipitously. Yes. So I feel like Greamer needs to do something heavily controversial to salvage what little audience remains.
Let's try to get canceled.
I think yes. I think that's gonna be more fitting for the next competition. So I'll keep working on my muscles and I'll show off all the scars and things from the shaving then.
Yeah, Greamer, just out of curiosity, before we wrap up that idea, can you tell us the scars? How did that happen?
Yeah. So real quick, all the European wax centers were closed yesterday, so I had to do it myself. I had an old razor, you know what I had it, and then went south. So I'm sorry, but that's too much. Enough about that. Honestly, so impressed by all of your work. Beautiful. Well done.
I would say for any of the four contestants, but both teams in particular, I would just urge everyone who's watching this, and of course everyone who's on screen right now, to think about if this is what you can do with just a little bit of prep and 30 minutes. Imagine what working with these folks is like in the real world when you have a real project in more than 30 minutes. I would trust any of the four of these folks in Figma and Webflow to do critical production grade work, and not only quickly, but at an extraordinary quality. So it's just been an absolute honor to watch this unfold right before us. And I think all four of you, man, it would be an honor at any point to work with any of you. I'm so excited about it. What a great job, great work.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done. Well, if you guys want to check out Defijn, you can check out their website, define.io, or we have Flow Ninja. They are an enterprise Webflow partner agency of the year last year. And so, I mean, they are doing amazing things. So thank you so much, Justin, Luka, Sara, Marko. It's been amazing. Congratulations once again. Everyone's a winner. And I'm just so glad that, Justin, Luka, you guys kind of like the underdog. You put South Africa on the map. And so love to have you back, maybe as a judge or maybe a competitor again. But you're now into the Hall of Fame. So final words, Nelson. Let's hear from you.
I mean, it was so close. And yeah, like Justin, Luka, you guys are amazing. And the type of detail and craftsmanship you put into these 30 minutes is just awe-inspiring. And just like McGuire said, it would be an honor to work with you in a project. And same goes with Sara and Marko. You guys put so much effort into the prep and into making these really great animations happen. And like, it is a tough challenge, and it's just still beautiful to see you both work together. So I'm so proud of you all. It's just amazing, and yeah, I can't wait to see what you do from here.
What was that noise?
Oh, it's the clicking
monster.
from
That's the
the
monster that dropped.
from the website.
Yeah, going for this.
Oh,
but
that,
it's
yeah.
actually-
Wait,
my
that's a different
heart
can
is-
from the other time.
No, it's the same can. I'm taking it
It's a
easy.
different one. I see it.
He was taking it easy. He only had another 300 milligrams since we started the
Yeah.
stream.
No, I'm
Also,
not,
the
I'm not
sound
feeling
was
too
like-
good.
Well, before we sign off, McGuire, Greamer, do you want to share a little bit of what you guys are up to? You can share any fun projects or whatnot. What's going on in your life,
Well,
McGuire?
Greamer and I just launched our podcast. It's called
Yeah,
Cancelled.
so that's kind of like taking over. Yeah, cancel.
Yeah,
We're gonna be working on more.
Greamer number 3 on iTunes, number 4 on
It
Spotify.
actually went to number 2 after yesterday's drop. So
Great.
that's going to be the focus moving forward. Getting cancelled.
I also want to say, Josh, what an incredible experience this has been. Not only this, but everything leading up to this. The amount of not only technical proficiency, but just your ability to manage such a complex project with so many moving pieces, and to do it in a way that's more professional than I've been involved in $5 million events that get put on at major productions, and this is just absolutely incredible that you somehow have it more polished than a lot of those.
So much coordination.
So the fact,
Wow.
yeah, the fact that you put this on, and not only at this quality, but with this level of heart, is also awe-inspiring. So while the designers and developers here are really the feature and why we're all here, I got to say, Josh, none of it would be possible without the incredible work that you've put in. And to the other folks, two of my favorite people here, to Nelson, and of course to my partner in crime, Greamer. It's just great to be beside you in this and in everything we get to do together.
Likewise, yeah,
Amazing.
thank you, Josh, for including us in this.
Well,
in this
thank
great
you.
Arena.
Wow. I mean, it's truly an honor. Thank you for those kind words. I'll end it with this. At the end of the day, it's all for the community. It's all for you all watching. So thank you. I mean, we compete. We do hard things. It's to share. It's to celebrate creativity. It's to celebrate art and design. And so thank you for everyone for coming out, for being inspiration to all of us. And with that, I will bring it over to the outro. The next thing, if you want to continue with the experience, join the design game. There is a link for sign up in the description. And with that, guys, have an amazing time. We'll see you in the next tournament and next initiative. Keep going. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.